All right, what's up, Will?
Yo. Another day.
Ladies and gentlemen, even though there's only 4 of you, welcome to the Military History Chronicles.
Yeah.
Another installment. Got a few things to discuss. Might have to get into a little bit. Did you watch any of the debate for the Republican candidates?
No, admittedly, I did not. That's real hard to stomach these days.
It sure is because, well, the person who's probably going to get the nomination wasn't even at the debate. So,
Yeah, he's off doing his own thing, man.
yeah, he's just showing that he doesn't really need it. I mean,
sure.
He's doing pretty good in the polls, but you know how polls can go sometimes. Sometimes,
yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I kind of want to get into that. A little bit of stuff going on, in Israel. They had some more airstrikes. You saw that?
Oh yeah, going retaliatory airstrikes.
Same stuff that we did last time. It really didn't prevent nothing.
It's not preventing anything.
And it's basically the same statement they gave last time.
Please don't do this again. While you do more airstrikes. Oh, okay, cool. We're gonna do it again.
But the thing is there was a lot more. There was a lot more retaliatory from Iran the last time we did an airstrike. So
yeah, every time we do one strike, we do about 15 to ours. So there you go.
Yep, and it takes a while for us to even do anything. So it's a little bit weird. The other news, we were kind of talking about that. The drone got shot down over the Red Sea. I'm guessing they're probably surveilling that area because I'm sure that we're going to probably have some airstrikes in that vicinity. That's what I'm guessing. Why else are you going to have a surveillance drone flying over near Yemen?
I wouldn't be surprised if we got acids on the ground over there, the special kind.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, what's up, Senior? How's it going, man?
Senior, what's up, man?
Senior's in here. MF is in here. Yeah, see MF talking about Zaidi. That you know what? At least he's learning from his mistakes on that one, right?
Well,
Except,
yeah.
But the
Yamamoto, you already went there. No, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen, man. Oh, cool. Right on, dude. Cool. Let the Mets get him now.
I don't see it, but you never know. I don't see it. I think if he wants to win, he's not going to come to the San Francisco Giants.
No, he's too smart for
that. A couple other, I guess we could hit on this just a little bit. I guess did you see the Phillies said, "What's up, Aaron?" I guess Bryce Harper is going to be the full-time first baseman for the Phillies, so that leaves no room for Rhys Hoskins. So,
ooh, that is interesting. I hope
it is.
I hope our front office is thinking about that one. That'd be a good pick right there.
It would
especially over Joey Votto.
Yeah, exactly. But you know how it is, though. I mean,
they do that Moneyball crap. They try to take these retread players. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get Votto and Tim Anderson and who's another retread that's out there right now. I mean, Cody Bellinger can almost classify as a retread.
Yeah. Cody Bellinger's going to have a lot more value, though. He's young.
Oh, 100%. I would take him over any one of those two.
He's going to be asking for too much. And I don't see Boris coming back. I don't know.
You don't like the Giants too much.
He'll negotiate with the Giants just to get some leverage, and that'll be just about it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, he uses him like a chief hooker, man. That's what he did with the whole Aaron Judge. The guy's that is a pure negotiator.
Yeah, well, he wasn't Judge's, but he was Correa's and also Bryce Harper, right? Not mistaken.
Harper, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah. Aaron says, I bet Crawl ends up in Arizona. Maybe. That's possible. Yep. Let me bring up live UA map real quick. This is kind of the thing. But, yeah, I kind of want to get into the I watched a bit of the Republican debate. I just wanted to hear what their policies were or their ideas on, foreign policy type stuff. So, yeah, there's two people that I kind of enjoyed hearing. Nikki Haley, I'm surprised. She's really she's got a pretty good some pretty good ideas as far as foreign policy. Same thing with Tim Scott. Chris Christie, a little bit. He's well spoken. I don't know.
He is. Admittedly, he is well spoken. I don't know. I said, admittedly, he is well spoken.
Yeah.
As far as his policies goes and
Oh,
whatnot.
Vivek, what the hell's his name? Ramaswamy? No, thank you, man.
That guy's a smart guy, but yeah, I agree.
No, thank you. That guy, he just, I don't know. And DeSantis, man, he just looks so rehearsed and a little bit. He looks, when he's up there on the stage, he looks fake. Whether he is or not, but I know he's done well for Floridians. I can't argue with that. But
right.
But that Vivek guy, did you hear what he said? He called Zelensky a Nazi. He actually called Zelensky a Nazi. I was like, man, that is not what you want to do.
What's his definition of Nazi then?
Don't ask me. Especially since Zelensky is a Jew. So yeah. And let's not forget, these guys are dying. You know, they're dying because Russia invaded them and they're trying to throw them out. But I mean, it could be very easily our guys dying in that situation. So,
definitely.
Gosh,
yeah, out of all those guys, I mean, I kind of like DeSantis the most out of those.
Go take a look at the debate, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh no, he's.
I mean, everyone's got their own, but it's the idea I like is they're kind of I came in kind of the middle of the debate, but their ideas of how they're going to thwart the Chinese military buildup, especially the Navy. What would their idea be doing? So I kind of like what Nikki said. She said she wants to use AI, space, and basically our technological ability to thwart China.
Right.
Tim Scott said the same thing. That's what you need. You're not going to be able to. We're just a little bit too far behind into production to be able to compete because they're gonna have more boats than us here pretty soon.
You know, when I was leaving the reserves, we had a brand new command come into place, and that was the Cyber Command. Why don't you use those guys to knock down some of their systems? Why are we the ones being attacked all the time? Why don't we attack them?
She mentioned that as well. Yep, the cyber attack capabilities, all that. So that's the type of honestly. The traditional military in the way that has been established it's a little bit archaic to an extent. We got to get a little bit. We got to kind of, as you will, get with the times because you're going to have to develop other means, especially autonomous stuff. That's going to be big. You got all these UAVs.
When it comes to national power, it's better to have the greatest offense than it is the best defense. You're sitting there, everybody's coming at you, they're attacking you left and right, and you're reactionary. That's not the way to be.
Exactly. And
oh shit, I think you muted yourself.
They're talking turkeys for rallies. There it goes. Cool. Ooh, yeah, that fog's lifting now.
Yeah, we'll probably see some attacks here pretty soon.
Yeah, probably will.
You know what? I don't think I have any audio on that channel.
I think I have it. I think I just got it low. You know what? There is no audio.
I have one from Gods.
Who uses the same one? Is that American Agenda for whatever the hell that one is?
Hold on.
Agenda Free or something like that? Yeah, if you see that one, let me know. Well, but it's interesting. I'm reading a really good book called The Kill Chain. And he makes an interesting argument in how we should.
Ooh, there you go. There's active firefights going on here.
All right, good deal. I'm gonna close this one out, and then there we go. If you want to put that one in the chat, then other people could take a gander.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this one. Okay. Oh, how did he get this one? How did he get this feed? This is the guy I usually watch. But usually he's got that the other feed coming in from Reuters.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, interesting. But I guess they're getting pretty close to that hospital where that's where I guess the main base is for all of Hamas. So
yeah,
I guess
on the end here.
Where is it at? How come I'm not seeing? Supposedly, here, let me bring up my damn Twitter. Hamas launched a pretty significant attack against the IDF along the fence and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I'll find
I
it
don't think
here.
it went anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell no, it's not going to go.
Now they're calling for a ceasefire. Can we please put a pause to this? Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm looking at Talking Baseball. Trevor Bauer's agents have been meeting with MLB teams.
And he wants to come to the Giants.
Oh boy.
But no,
Yeah, but how good is he going to be right now? That's going to be the issue right there.
I think he's doing all right in the Japan League, right?
Oh, what the heck do I want to do here?
Our San Francisco a little too politically funky to bring someone like him on board, even though he was acquitted.
Yeah, he ain't. There's no way. There's no way he's. Ooh, what do we got here?
See, I got 2 feeds. So I have the same feed, another one up, but it's completely different than the one that Steve has or on Nintendo Free.
I probably could go here and find it. Ooh, what's this?
It's interesting. Who's BSing who right now? I'm trying to figure that out.
Who the hell is this? Oh, it's Hamas.
Oh, yeah, they got some heavy artillery going on right now.
All right, forget. I'm just taking a look at what we got here. They got some photos.
But essentially, what came out today is Bibi won't have a ceasefire unless they release hostages. And I guess
there's no negotiation for a ceasefire unless they release hostages. Right. Hey, what's up, Matt?
Apparently, they're apparently they are negotiating currently, in quotes. That's one of the last things I read earlier today.
They're not gonna negotiate unless they're really pushed up against it. But I don't see it happening. Oh, here's a report. Hamas possibly with an assistance with the PIJ. I don't know who's PIJ.
PIJ.
Islamic Jihad, Palestinian. It's Islamic Jihad, and other groups appear to have launched some kind of coordinated attack on Israeli ground forces near the northern Gaza Strip, with heavy fighting being reported near the border fence and also near the separation line between northern and southern Gaza. The attack appears to be an attempt to push IDF away from or divert their attention from the Al-Shifa Medical Center and the Hamas Command Center beneath it.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Israeli forces are reportedly only 2 to 3 blocks away from the hospital.
That's
and here's the corridor stuff here.
Yeah, I know they were having talking about a transfer of power already with the Egyptians.
What the hell's going on? Did you hear that sound?
It's like a jammer or something.
I don't know. We need to fix the sound. You can hear the sound.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
As
you can see, it says the Israeli Defense Force has stated over 50,000 Palestinians have been evacuated from northern to southern Gaza over the last 3 days, utilizing the IDF protection evacuation routes, which prevents Hamas and the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, there it is, from launching attacks against the evacuees.
Which they've been doing. They've been dressing up as IDF soldiers and killing their own people.
This is what, as a matter of fact, I just saw a video of them getting after someone. You see that big, large caravan of people, but they're being protected by the IDF. Because if it wasn't for the IDF, all those people will probably be getting mowed down.
They would get mowed down. They go, look what the evil Israelis did.
Exactly.
Give us more aid so we could do more terroristic BS with it.
Yep.
It's a clown show.
You gotta have a ceasefire.
These nuts. I think that ship to sail, man. If I was the Israelis, I would not stop. What they need to do is take over that region again, like they had before. Make it a total police state.
Here's an actual video there.
Look at all.
And you can see this is being filmed by the IDF. As you can see, they all got white flags.
This is like Iraq, 2003.
And you can hear the tanks moving in. And they're being protected. So, the big bad Israelis, aren't killing innocent people.
Yeah,
do innocent people get killed in military action? Absolutely. That happens. But they're not going out butchering people. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Hey, what's up, Kyle? I'm so confused. Is this live? It's showing live, but 7 hours ago. No, I didn't go live last night. Negative.
Nope, no live. Just the NorCal Sports.
The only thing I went live. The only thing that we had live on yesterday was NorCal Sports Network. And just so you know, I talked to Dan. I guess he's doing well after a surgery, so that's good.
Yeah, I meant to send him a message today. That's awesome. I saw him on our Fantasy Football post and some stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. He's doing all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's looking for a kicker. No kickers in our league.
Yeah, I saw that. What do we got here? Oh, this guy put a post out. Should the United States conduct any kind of military response against the Houthis in Yemen for their shoot down of an MQ-9 Reaper? Surveillance showed. He had 28,000 votes. 75% say yes. 24% say no.
Oh, I mean, hell, they should. I mean, anytime we get attacked, we should respond 20-fold, if not 100-fold. But what we'll do tomorrow or tonight, which is tomorrow their time, currently they're in the future, obviously, we'll strike some location, and then what they'll do is they'll counteract with another 15 strikes on our head. Because that seems to be the what's happening, the trend these days as far as our response, which is unfortunate. We've lost our our teeth. We're like a toothless dragon.
Seems like the way, doesn't it? Okay,
like that big stupid dragon from Neverending Story. That guy was a piece of dump.
Ooh,
no, see, I don't have the game on. They've been trash lately, dude. God.
Who's that?
The Kings.
Oh, did they pull out a win?
I sure as hell hope so, man. I haven't been able to watch them the last couple of days. And they've just been terrible.
Yeah, Syria. It's not Syria that's hitting us, even though it's coming from Syria and also Iraq. It's Iranian proxies, if not the Iranians themselves with their what is it, Revolutionary Guard.
Yeah, the Republican Guard, IRGC, or then they have the Al-Quds or whatever the hell it is.
Al-Quds Brigade, yeah, they got a whole bunch of
79-77 third quarter. Okay. Let's see if Hoarders.
What's this?
Oh, Hoarders come back to life now. Huh. About damn time, dude. Jeez. Guys look like a lost cause there for a while. That's what we need. Well, $100 million bucks we give them for sure. Let's see what we got going on here. How's that poll doing?
I'll have to take again. I'm just taking a look at some footage here. They're showing Hamas GoPro footage. Kind of the same stuff you see from Ukraine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw some of that stuff, and some of it was debunked as like old footage from, 10 or so years ago, somewhere else. Oh my God, it's really popping off on this guy's channel.
These guys are using a lot of RPGs.
That's their weapon of choice.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting?
They're deadly.
If you look on his stream, you can see the contrails from rockets.
Oh, they are launching rockets. That's Hamas launching rockets, man.
Hey, you see those contrails there?
Yeah, I see that.
3, 4, 5, 6.
There's a bunch.
Yeah, that's how you get bombed into the Stone Age.
So, exactly.
And then they cry about it. Oh, look what they're doing to us for poor people over here. Oh no, genocide. Oh, genocide.
All right, there was something else I wanted to see in here. Where the hell do I want to go with this?
They like to use all those cool little buzzwords to further their freaking cause of BS.
Yep.
The only thing it's causing for us is more radicals, man. Over the last week here, we've had some freaky stuff happen right in our own territory.
Come on, what do we got here?
That poor guy lost his life down there, Thousand Oaks.
Who was that?
one of those guys was attended one of those pro Palestinian events, and he ended up getting locked.
Down in Southern California, yeah.
Come on, man. And then that gal runs her freaking car to some kind of synagogue. It's like, dude.
Yep. How the hell do I get where I want to go here? Let me do this. Get to where I want to go here.
Yeah, senior, they evacuated 50,000 today to the south, which is good. Yeah, he was an old boy, Kyle. He was just an old boy doing his thing. He was pro-Israeli, and someone decided to like that and knocked him on his ass. He banged his head on the ground. He ended up becoming a vegetable overnight and died.
Yeah, he died. Yep. I think he died from hitting his curb, right? Or hitting his head on the curb.
Yeah, he got knocked out, hit his head, and that was it. He had the great brain scramble. It's unfortunate, man. There's no need for that shit. Not for being Americans. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, Kyle. That was even dumber. They weren't even actual Israelis. They were the Black Hebrew Israelites. Dumbass.
Where the hell do I want to? Trying to find this shit.
Those guys are pretty interesting. Those Black Hebrew. There's a documentary if you guys want to look up this guy, Louis Theroux. Spent some time with the Black Hebrew Israelites in New York City. It's worth the watch. It is definitely worth the watch, if not just for pure entertainment purposes. It's hilarious. It's actually pretty freaking hilarious, man. See if I can find it on YouTube.
How do I get into this?
I wonder if I can find that. I'll show you guys a link to this thing. You guys will like this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure this thing out real quick so I can get where I want to go. There we go. That's where I want.
Try to find these guys that Black Hebrew Israelite stuff.
Saw that. There is that. Where are we at?
Here we go.
What you looking up?
Louis Theroux did a documentary on the Black Hebrew Israelites about, I want to say maybe about 20 years ago. It's definitely this is a clip from that, and it's definitely worth the watch. These guys have some interesting ideas, but they're the ones getting attacked in Chicago right now. It's all these crazy pro Hamas people.
All right, yeah, I think I hit everything I wanted to. Just wanted to make sure. Where are we at on this? Oh, this guy posted something. What does this say?
What we got?
Someone had passed away. All right. Now we can get back into this. All right, what do we got here? Let me check out the chat. Sorry for that delay. I was just figuring that out. They're enjoying that one. Okay. I'm gonna have to get into that, guys. Gonna have to hear me out on it. Gonna have to hear me out on this. What is this? I know Seth Lugo, a friend of mine that served in 101st Airborne with him. Seth Lugo is an Army guy. If he ends up signing with Atlanta, I could probably get him on the show. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Heck yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know he was in Army. Seth Lugo was in Army. He was in the 101st. All right, then. I like that. Good deal.
Oh, the Screaming Beagles.
Yeah.
The Screaming Beagles, man.
Nice.
Right
Let's see what we got. Atlanta's looking for pitchers. Last night I was listening to some of the Bonnie. Yeah,
Well, Dan's doing pretty good, Rob. He's back to his usual self, man. I saw him posted some funny crap in our fantasy league.
What's up, Rob? Yeah, I guess Dan's doing good.
He's got his humor. I tell you what, I feel this gotta be scary, bro.
All right, I gotta kind of because
Yeah.
Ooh, man, there's a lot of smoke going on. We gotta kind of talk about the Ukraine. I should say I should talk about Ukraine, not the Ukraine, but because that's a big part of all this, who do you think's watching all this right now? Who do you think's watching what's going on in Ukraine and in the Middle East?
Oh man, everybody doesn't like us. Wait for the moment to pop in somewhere.
So who would you be the most concerned about?
Oh, it's Russia.
Okay.
I'm not really worried too much about the Chinese doing. They're already going to do what they're going to do in the South China Sea there.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, though. I'll tell you. He had surgery on his eye. He had to get his left eye. He said it went really well, so hopefully everything's working out great for him. But what happened to the sound? Whoop. Oh, it's getting spotty now. There it goes. But China, yes, China. Okay, I'll tell you why China's watching this, because they're watching. What they're doing is they're watching the resolve of the United States and they're watching the resolve of Europe. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. If they see that Europe and the United States, if they see the support for Ukraine is wavering, or if they see the support for Israel is wavering, all it's doing is giving them a green light to move in on Taiwan, because
Right.
they know that we don't have the stomach, neither does Europe, to prevent China what they want to do. So if we fail both with Ukraine and Israel, we're going to be in a bigger. It's not going to get better. Having a ceasefire in Ukraine is not going to what is that going to do? You got Vladimir Putin. Do you think he's going to honor a ceasefire? Let's get real. Come on. They're not.
No.
Putin's going to do what he has to do. Russia has to be defeated in Ukraine. Has to be. Same as Hamas has to be defeated in Israel. And for that matter, Iran's influence also needs to be confronted as well. Ooh.
My main concern right now is that the Ukrainians look like they're kind of floundering a bit on their front lines.
Well, here's the issue. And I watched an interesting video today. Matter of fact, it was Battlegrounds. There was a former lieutenant general who's in pretty good communication with what's going on in Ukraine. And he says Ukrainians are winning. No doubt about it. They're winning. But the problem is they just need the means to conduct this or to win the fight. They have to.
Well, now they're means in Israel.
And supposedly, this is according to him, some of the stuff, yes, but I guess they've bumped up artillery round production. The problem is they haven't upped the production in other weapon systems, which they need to do.
Makes sense.
That's an issue. Okay, that needs to be addressed immediately. As a matter of fact, he said that God, what was his name? Hodges, former Lieutenant General Hodges. He said that the weapons that Taiwan would need to fend off China is totally different than the weapon systems that the Ukraine needs, or that Ukraine needs to fight off Russia.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about the depletion of weapons, not going to Ukraine. That's not going to be able to be used for Taiwan because it's totally separate. So we could squash that. Now look, how long has this war been going on in Ukraine? We're getting close to 2 years, right?
2 years, yeah, just about.
Almost 2 years. This is the problem with this society, and you guys got to be careful with this. Let's go back, and I love the example that he used. It's actually two examples, both the Civil War, the American Civil War, and World War II. Do you think we had immediate success, both in Civil War and World War II, when it kicked off?
Oh, we're getting our asses kicked.
Nope. The Confederates had their way with us. When I mean by us, I'm talking about the Union. The Confederates had their way with the Union for the first 2 years of that war. There was nothing. How many generals did Lincoln have to go through before he found his right general?
Oh, man, he was fired almost every day.
Numerous generals, right? Till he found the right person to do what needed to be done. The same kind of thing has happened in Ukraine. Same thing happened in World War II. We didn't. I mean, you could even say up until towards the end of 1944, there was no guarantee that we were going to win the war.
Not at all.
None. There was great angst on what was going to happen. So to sit here and expect Ukraine to be able to, in 2 years, to be able to have some remarkable success, it's not really realistic. It takes a long, sustained support for them to be able to succeed. And you cannot fail on that. Again, if you fail on that, all that's going to do is embolden China. It will happen. That's what happens in geopolitical situations. You see that, hey, they don't have the wherewithal to see this out, and it's only been 2 years. Hell, time is on our side if we want to go after Taiwan. So, I mean,
Right.
It comes to this whole point, and I love, as a matter of fact, Nikki Haley said exactly what I've been saying this whole time. Just because you have strength doesn't mean you always have to use it. It's about prevention. And that's where we have failed. So now that war has actually started, there's another thing we got to get into too. Now that war has started in both Europe and the Middle East, we got to have undying support. You have to. Yes, is our southern border important? Absolutely. But supporting our allies and supporting those who are fighting the Russians, isn't that a win for us as well?
Right. I mean,
for the United States, that's a win.
But I mean,
it is.
After you see something like retrograde, can we ever be trusted again?
Exactly. And that's the thing. You got to have the right people. So, I talked a little bit about it. We'll get more into it there, Senior. I watched a little bit of it, probably about the middle towards the end. But there has so you can, again, we cannot fail in the face of what China can do. You can't.
No.
And if you do, I'm telling you, if you want to stop funding Ukraine, you want to have a ceasefire, you want to try to do a negotiated peace, it's going to backfire. 100%. It's going to backfire. It's not only will it backfire in Ukraine, it's going to backfire on us in the South Pacific or even the Far East.
No,
it's going to happen.
If you negotiate for peace, it'll end in Russia's favor. I mean, as simple as that. They need what Ukraine would need a total victory. That's
that's the state of, and I think they could do it. Again, you just got to give them enough stuff to be able to do that. We've been kind of, from the very beginning, we kind of been just give them a few things here, give them a few things there, give them a little bit of this, give them a little bit of that. It really hasn't been a full sustained, hey, give them everything they need to win, and then you're done. Again, they were doing that to try to prevent Russia from escalating, but what can Russia do now, to be honest with you?
I mean, they depleted themselves as well, so it's like,
if anything, the Russians are the ones who are paying a higher price than Ukrainians. The guy also estimated that he thinks about 70,000 Ukrainians have died. I mean, that's a significant amount of men.
That is.
It's not detrimental to and he says it's not a manpower issue for Ukraine. It's, again, having the right equipment to get their victory. I hate this guy. Why is he talking in the background, man?
I know, I hate that shit. That's why I muted him, man. He gets so excited.
You can't mute him, but I want to hear what's.
See, I have another feed of looking at the Gaza border from Israel.
I wish there was a feed from this. Does it show in the description what feed he's using?
That's a good idea.
Hell no. Come on, man.
Oh, of course not. Hold on. I'll do some Google food here.
Man, look at this guy. This guy's getting 15,000 people, and all he's doing is freaking commenting on a. He's just got this live stream going up, and he's freaking, man. What is?
I got banned from this chat, I believe, because I was like, because he comes on like during he was on for that mass shooting in Maine, like, oh, you're still grifting, huh?
Oh, wow.
I'm getting pissed. Hold on, I was trying to find a new one.
I mean, if we could find this camera without this dumbass, but
yeah, this guy, man,
I don't need to hear that.
He's a spaz.
Yeah, we should do that. I know. I don't know how he does it. I don't know what. He's got picture in picture. I'm not sure how he does that picture in picture business. I'm pretty sure I could figure it out. I don't think he's using StreamYard. He's probably using something different, but.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he uses OBS or something like that.
Oh, his
but that's what he's using for his layers or something.
Yep. But that's my rant on why we got to continue to support this. You have to.
Once again,
otherwise, It's going to get worse. 100% going to get worse. Yeah, we put the links in the chat all the time, but there he disappeared.
Oh, did he go to bed finally? Cool. No more talking.
Good. Here, I'll put the link back in there.
All right, cool.
There you go. There's the link that we're watching. He's gone. What's up?
Oh, you came back.
Oh, he came back.
What is that feed he's using, man? I gotta.
That's the chicken feed. I know, Steve. What is? Yeah.
But I have a feed just like that, and it's not showing any of that. I have a feed with the same look right now. Here, I'll put this here. I'll send it to you. And it's not showing anything that's showing on his end. It's the same exact location too. It's a little weird. It's like we're getting psyoped.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Oh man. Oh yeah, crap. Yeah, there's all kinds of things. All kinds of cool things to do.
Did you see the footage where Ukraine knocked out one of their biggest one of Russia's most advanced ships?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they launched the Storm Shadow against the base. It was in port over in Crimea. Blew the crap out of it, man.
Oh shit! Just like they did to the Tirpitz, but no, what's the Tirpitz? No, there's another one they did.
Oh, this is it right here, huh? Okay, good. That's it. Chayo's photos.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's completely different though.
He's panned over more to the right than the other guy.
Like the audio doesn't match up either.
Huh. All right, good.
Okay, never mind. You can hear everything. Yeah, he just panned out further to the right.
Oh, Crab Sandwich is saying OBS is awesome, but there's a steep learning curve. Oh, great. Yeah, that's something that's kind of making it look like news footage, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Kind of.
Where you got picture-in-picture and all this other business. Yeah, the StreamYard's not so bad. StreamYard's not so bad.
You can have like those little special effects of somebody donates. It'll pop up on the screen and make a little noise and a jingle.
Oh.
Thank you for donating.
Oh, they do picture-in-picture for StreamYard? I'm going to have to check that out. I'll have to look at YouTube. I'm kind of getting a handle of Premiere Pro a little bit. I'm just nothing fancy. You can get really fancy with that stuff. I'm not getting that kind of crazy, but I made a nice little ad for Los. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and play that right now. Hey, guys. Most of you guys know Los from NorCal Sports Network. He's got a business of no payment loans, specifically for seniors. You know, help them with their finances, especially in this time of day, or this time. Man, everything's expensive, man. You go to the grocery store and oh my gosh, man, it's just ridiculous. So it's a way, you know, for seniors to be able to get some more extra, be able to cash out some of the money they may have tied up in their house from equity. So here's an ad for Carlos. No payment loans for seniors, previously known as reverse mortgages, has been a term or a phrase that has made people uncomfortable for a long time. The reason for this uneasiness is far too many people have preconceived ideas about this particular type of loan product rather than learning the facts about it. Government regulations over the last decade have made this loan very welcoming and favorable for seniors 55 years old and over. If you are a senior homeowner with sufficient equity built up in your home, you may qualify for a loan that could offer the following benefits. No payments for life. Receive cash out tax at the close to do what you wish. Receive monthly income for life, or possibly a combination of all three. You cannot begin this loan process until you go through a counseling session over the phone to answer any questions you may have until you are comfortable moving forward. You will not lose title to your home. Your heirs or children will have 6 months after the owner passes away to either sell or refinance the home to a standard loan to pay off existing liens. Make the choice to have a simpler life. Get busy living, not stressing. Call or email no payment loans expert Carlos De La Fuente with Flex Funding at 925-250-4894 or email him at carlos@myflexnow.com for more details. All right, there you go. So
Right on.
give Los a call if that interests you, or if you know somebody that it could benefit. So yeah, like I said, times are tough. Any way you can make some extra money, man, go for it.
Walk out of the grocery store with 3 bags. It costs you $150.
Oh my God! You know what's crazy? We go to Costco once a month, and normally, you know, if we're doing a big shop, it's like $350. If it's just like a little bit, you know, normally it'd be around $250. Not no more. It's like $350. It's an extra like $100 a month now to go to Costco. It's ridiculous, man.
I stopped doing the Rayleigh's thing, man.
Oh, Rayleigh's and all those stores? Forget about it, man. That's shit. I love their produce because they got excellent produce, but it's expensive.
I'm a Walmart and Food Max guy now, man. Yeah, 100 all the way.
Yep, Walmart. That's the biggest bang for your buck, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's like going.
Oh, I made some great salsa today too. Oh my gosh, so damn good.
Yeah? I picked up some habaneros. I got some serranos yesterday.
Yeah, I put like 2 bunches of cilantro, like 7 Roma tomatoes, 10 jalapenos, 1 habanero, some lemon, an red onion, and then blend it all together. And then we add, I just add a whole bunch of, like, whether it's pepper or the Costco no salt mix is really good. And then add a little bit of granulated garlic. Oh.
Garlic, yeah.
Woo-wee.
I think I might fire up the grill and grill all the vegetables first before I blend it up.
You know what? That's really good too. If you fire roast all the vegetables before you put it in a blender. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's actually pretty damn good.
But if you boiling, it's not bad either. That usually that's pretty good consistency.
But I like the char, like you said, because you get the what's up, Arrow?
A little smokiness in there.
Exactly.
Or what you could do, you could toast all the peppers without any kind of water or vinegar in there first. Char them up a little bit, and then put the water into there and boil all the onions, get them all soft.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
And your garlic cloves.
I'm
gonna put a little bit of carrot in my next one. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm making a habanero salsa. I'm gonna put a little bit of carrot in there for some sweetness.
Carrots, interesting. I think I'd have to pass on the carrots.
Yucca Taco, man. If you look at they have a great habanero sauce that has carrot in it. It's their Caribbean salsa, and it's really good. That's where I got the idea from.
Oh, okay. You know what's funny? If I'm not mistaken, Lidl, isn't that German? I'm almost person. I know Aldi's, that's German. But I think the Lidl, Aldi's is a big German place, and Lidl, I think. I wish we had an Aldi's in California. I think they got them in Southern California.
They do, yeah. They have them in Southern California. H-E-B wasn't all right. It wasn't too bad out there in Texas when I was there.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that's German. Almost positive. But where were you? What else is going on?
Not too much.
That was the big news. Where the hell did I can't remember where I freaking saw it. Let me see if I can find it again. It was Germany or NATO and Russia. What is it? They got out of the agreement for ground forces. I think I sent you that link. I just sent you and Dan that link.
Oh, shit. Today?
No, I think it was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got to come back. Let me see if I hit like. If I can't remember if I liked it or not.
Aaron, I judge places on their hot sauces, man. If I go to a Mexican joint and it's got Yucca Taco on the counter, you know it's going to be pretty good.
I can't find it, son of a gun. But yes, supposedly, we got troop, agreements. Like how many troops? I guess both Russia and NATO have pulled out of that agreement. So basically, I mean, like I said, we've been in a Cold War. It's just progressing. So now we're going to sit.
The one power move I like, I don't think we talked about this, but this happened almost a month ago at this point. But they had a nuclear agreement to not to do any more underground testing. Well, what did we do?
Oh, yeah, they're going to do it again.
We did an underground test. That was our response.
Yep.
That's the way it should be. I mean, that's the America of old, right?
Yeah.
We need more of that. We need to be old school again. But
exactly.
I don't know what this administration, if we have the capability. Do they want to be old school again? It seems like they really want to just cause some more division and whatnot.
Oh, this is pretty cool. I think I sent this to you earlier. Here we go.
So we had so we did strike. Looks like we did go after Iran today.
I didn't hear about that. If it was in Syria, yeah, I heard about that one. That's a no.
That's 15 strike on the.
Yeah. That was in Syria.
Yeah, but look how close it is.
Yeah.
It's one little hop.
It's basically the same stuff we did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. One strike for what? How many they do it to us?
Yeah, they did like 50 strikes in the last week. Exactly. Here you go. You'll like this Spitfire action.
Listen to the sound of this sucker. Now, this will unleash one of the greatest debates of all time.
There we go, man.
P-51 versus the Spitfire.
Oh, P-51.
Yeah, all day for me too.
Yeah, P-51. Only thing with the Spitfire, it's got a little bit more surface area on its wing, so it might be able to turn a little bit better. But the Mustang, man.
Oh, the sound.
You see him giving a little wing waggle? I love it, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I hear something.
The Mustang is my favorite aircraft of all time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, dude. There's nothing better than that.
Mustang and the Corsair. I just like that gull wing.
Here it is right here. He talked about this a couple of days ago, that OSINT Defender. It's like we likely already have or about to pass the 50th milestone for rocket and drone attacks on U.S. forces in Western Iraq and Eastern Syria over the past month. And I don't even think we've seen a strongly worded letter.
No, he's right. I mean, our response has been, here you go. I dropped a bomb on XYZ target.
Yep.
And we've had 50 attacks on us, and we're sustaining casualties. That's kind of going on.
Yes, we are.
We have sustained hundreds of casualties. We've had only one. We're lucky to have one KIA so far. Poor guy had a damn heart attack. But we got a few hundred more Purple Hearts out there now. Wonderful. And our response is what?
Yeah, well, they finally responded, but what kind of response is that? I don't know.
And we have that big carrier strike group there on station. What are we doing? That's obviously not doing anything, right? They're still feeling froggy. They're shooting down our damn drones. So,
well, hey, what's up, Tom? Yeah, I was talking about Ukraine. We can look. This goes beyond. This goes beyond what president is in the White House. This has to do with, the country as a whole, the United States, and it would behoove us that we have to show support for Ukraine and see this through. Because again, I said this before, you got China sitting over your shoulder, finding out, hey, what kind of resolve does America and Europe have? So if we want to decide to go ahead and go after Taiwan, we're not going to have any issues. Oh, wow. They're already wavering in their support only after 2 years of fighting. So, hey, maybe we could go ahead and get this done and not have to worry about nothing. The response from Europe and the United States may not be as potent as they say it's going to be. So you got to be careful. supporting Ukraine and Israel only helps us. And you got to think of it that way. You can't be isolationist. You become isolationist and you start putting your head in the sand, you're going to have things come home to roost.
We're at that point where we have to be all in now. We have to be all in.
Have to be. You have to be. No, I understand that, you know, people don't want to throw money away and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. Our own government throws away more money than we can even imagine compared to how much money we've been sending to Ukraine. Come on, let's not be naive here. And I don't want to hear these congressmen in Congress saying, "Oh, we got to support our people first." And you know, I get that, but you guys are the same people who can't get shit straight for our own cause here.
I mean, the thing.
It's hypocritical for them to talk about prices of things when they ain't even doing anything here.
Right.
That's the issue I have. It doesn't matter. It's not Republican. It's not primarily Republican. It's not primarily Democrat. It's just, come on, people. Let's do what's going to be good for the nation. Is it good for the nation to have a solid border? Absolutely. Do we forget our obligations to our allies to support that border? No. You could do both. I've said this a million times.
We have the manpower.
In World War
II,
we fought 2 major wars. I mean, it was one war. It was World War II. But we fought in 2 major theaters in the Pacific and in Europe. Opposite ends of the world. And we were able to project. We were able to achieve victory. And on top of that, we rebuilt Europe afterwards. We rebuilt Japan afterwards. So don't sit here and tell me that we can't sit there and build our border to where it's more secure and not be and at the same time be able to support Israel and Ukraine. We can do that.
And that was coming off the Great Depression.
And that's coming off the Great Depression. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Good point. So I don't want to hear that, man. Because if people stick their heads in the ground, like I said, you don't want to know what the alternative can be.
Well, the alternative is China takes over the South China Sea.
I get what you're saying.
Allies.
Do I trust Biden? No.
100% not.
No. But does it mean that I put all my trust in a Republican? No. You got to prove it. I mean, honestly, you got to be able to prove it. So we'll see what happens. Oh, what the heck was I going to go? I was going to talk about something, and I can't remember what it was. We were talking about the increased. The troop restrictions have been eliminated for both Europe and Russia. So
that's an interesting maneuver. Looking at the Hezbollah border here. Oh, that's something we could talk about. Apparently, take this with a grain of salt. Apparently, there was an attempted terrorist attack in Brazil. That
I heard. Yes,
that Mossad actually.
The Mossad, in association with some Brazilian, whatever
they had a cell of Hezbollah in Brazil that was getting ready to plan an attack there
against the Jewish people in Brazil. Yeah.
Now this makes you think: do we have some of those guys here? Good possibility. That border's wide open.
Absolutely. How easy would it for someone in Brazil to get up through the southern border?
Right. Maybe that's where they're coming from, right? Who knows?
It could
be. Maybe they found a loophole. Maybe we go to Brazil. We go this route. We follow this little immigrant.
Let's not forget, it wasn't that long ago where 2 Iranian ships were docked.
Right. Oh yeah.
In Brazil.
Yeah.
They also been making port in Cuba. They've
Cuba,
been making port.
I think the latest one is actually Cuba.
Yep, they're making port in Venezuela. I mean, let me see what he's.
I think
he says my question was mostly weather. How do you determine if Ukraine is the winner if Russia is going to move?
Totally.
Well, I get from the stated goals of what Ukraine deems as victory is they get all their land back, to include back to the 1991 borders.
Right.
So all the stuff that Russia took over in 2004 or 2014, they want all that. I'm guessing they want probably Crimea all the way back as well.
Yep.
Now I do see, I don't know how that works as far as I don't know enough about the Crimea because I know that used to be Russian. Then it went to Ukraine. I don't know how that works.
There is a mixed. It's kind of like the Israeli-Palestinian thing. There's a mixed group of people there that kind of getting along for now, so to speak. Some of them have an Ukrainian alliance, some of them have a Russian alliance. It'd be interesting to see how that works out. The Ukrainians took over.
Yeah, interesting.
Would they be fighting off guerrilla warfare there for the rest of their lives? It could possibly be just like they have there in what's that province there in Russia, Dagestan.
Oh yeah.
The Russians been fighting those guys for eons.
Yep. Don't forget Chechnya.
Yeah, that's I believe that's part of Chechnya, isn't it? Dagestan province.
Well, yeah, you know why? You know what happened? Because Russia brought all the people into that region. That's why there's a lot more Russians in that area.
Right.
They took it over, and then Russians came in there to settle. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know how that's going to work. To be honest with you, I don't know how that's going to work. It's going to be difficult. It's not easy. This is not going to be easy, not by any means. And let's not forget, Russia has kidnapped thousands of children from Ukraine as well. So there's
both sides. It's you know what, man? You know, it's a similar position to what's going on in Israel and Palestine. Almost. Completely.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's not the Israeli Palestinian issue is not uncommon in the world. It really isn't. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Crab.
Yeah, I get that.
Trump is so overrated. Yeah.
What's the alternative? I mean, what?
That's the problem, man.
That's the biggest problem we have on the planet right now. What is the alternative?
Like I said, go check out the debates today. The two people that I enjoyed listening to was Nikki Haley would probably be number 1, Tim Scott would be number 2, Chris Christie number 3, Vivek. That dude, I don't like him. Pass. And DeSantis just seems, again, when he's on the debate stage, he just seems awfully fake and rehearsed. He doesn't seem genuine.
No, he's not.
Look, I'm not saying that he's not. Again, this is just my own interpretation of what I see. But yeah, that's what I got. And
I think the better way he's too polished. He's not. What I mean by that is he doesn't speak like he's one of us. It's like an us versus him kind of thing. It's like you don't want someone like that. I want someone like one of us, not some. I don't want another Biden. That just sitting there trying to act like he knows everything. It sounds like a damn robot 24/7 on all the speaking points. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's uncharismatic. Very good. Yes. Yeah. And honestly, that's part of being a leader as well. It's not just don't get me wrong. You got to have substance as a leader, but you also got to have those intangibles such as charisma, being able to communicate. You got to have those.
You got to talk. You got to be personable. You got to be able to unify. I mean, if you sit there like a robot growing on, I mean, it's like being a salesman.
And here is the problem. If there's you just hit the nail on the head on that. You're talking about division and bringing unity right now. If Trump gets reelected, there is no reunification of this nation in those 4 years.
Oh no, he'll be on the warpath. He'll be on the warpath trying to get vengeance.
Yes, and that's the issue that I have because it's got to be more than about him. It has to be more than about him. It's got to be about the nation, and unfortunately, I don't see that happening. No. And is there someone out there that can? It's going to be a tough job, and honestly, I don't think it could get done in one administration. Even if one of these other candidates win, it's going to take more than their 2 terms to kind of bring this back together. But there needs to be a start.
And hopefully it would be another, 2 terms of another part of the same party. Every time we do this freaking yo-yo swing, we don't get anything out of it. It's just nope. They undo what the other side did, and then
and that's what exactly.
Just all it does over and over again.
And Senior, you are correct. Vivek is a clown. I did not. That guy just. Ugh.
Yeah, he's running on a weird platform. I am.
He's a weird dude, man.
I'm a doctor and I'm Indian. Vote for me. That's kind of what he's.
He's not. He was an investor. He was like an investment fund manager or something, right?
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
Yeah, he invested in pharmaceutical companies. That's why.
I mean,
Whatever.
well, yeah,
Get
that doesn't
outta
mean you make you a good leader, dude. Cool, right? on,
Thank
have a
you.
nice one.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. Does he have the tools to go make $1 billion? Sure, that's great. Does it make you a leader? Not necessarily.
Hey,
Not
just
necessarily.
because you do well in the money roll doesn't mean you could be, prime example, Trump doesn't make you a good leader either.
True.
You need
True.
to be educated. You need to be educated more than just Wharton Business School. How about learning what's out there in the world, how the world works?
The biggest plus that Trump has going for him is he's not your typical politician, and that's where people gravitate to. They see that he's cut from a different cloth. He's not your typical politician because people, I'm sorry, are tired of the typical politician. And that's where Trump gets all his support from, which I can understand because I'm tired of it too, But do I think that he's the ultimate answer to this? I mean, what's he gonna do for 4 years? It's one thing when you get your first election because then you got a second one where you could get further into what you want to do. 8 years is a whole lot better than 4. But now you're basically starting over because you had 4 years, then you had Biden come in, then you got to undo everything Biden did.
Yeah.
And then you can't continue on kind of what you wanted to do. So,
exactly. It's going to be a failed legacy. It'll be another failure again. It's just, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
tough, man.
Makes you frustrated, man. I think this is the worst. This is the worst presidential campaign in the history of the United States. It has to be. I mean, it maybe
well,
not.
in our lifetime, yeah,
in our lifetime for sure. I mean, I almost want to write myself in. I ain't gonna win shit, but I'll probably do a better job.
And it makes me wonder: is what is the turnout going to be? I mean, we're a year away. We still got a whole year. You got a whole year.
Right. I mean, I wonder how. I mean, the left always turns out for their people. I wonder how disenfranchised the right is right now.
That's going to be the issue with Republicans. The Republicans, it's always for Republicans. It's always been about excitement for the candidate.
Because again, we've been talking for a while now about who the hell are we gonna who's out there to vote for. There's nobody. There really isn't. I mean,
and yes, we got to get rid of inflation. But the only way you can get rid of inflation is for Congress to get off their asses and do something. That's the problem.
That's too much.
That is the problem, and they won't. They won't do it.
They're too busy earmarking stuff in the bill so they get more money.
Well, here's the problem. They want to use the budget post-COVID. That's not a realistic budget. That budget was made because of a stupid ass freaking virus that came around, right? So they had they needed that to be able to get through that. And now they want to continue to operate at that level when we're not going through that pandemic anymore.
Right.
So you got to revert back to what it was pre-pandemic because we're not dealing with that no more.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can't throw money at inflation because you know what it does?
You can't print more money.
And what does it do? I said this from the very beginning. I told my wife, you watch what's going to happen when because they're injecting trillions, not billions or millions. They're injecting trillions of dollars into the economy. And you're going to tell me that there ain't going to be no inflation?
Now, by the way,
everything's going to go through.
Here's your $1,200 check. This will help you out with your groceries. Actually, it doesn't because the next year, the prices go up.
Exactly. And here, if you want to get state specific, you've got California wanting to get the minimum wage up to $20 an hour. You know what that does? Goods get more expensive. It helps nobody. You're hurting people more. You're hurting the people who aren't able to work.
Did they stop teaching economics in high school these days?
I don't know what the hell they're teaching, man.
I mean, hell, I did Econ 1A and 1B in college too, man. That's the one thing you learn. You don't print more money when you're under inflation because it creates runaway inflation to the point to where now you have mortgage rates going through the roof, and you're looking at economic collapse. You're looking at economic collapse like you had back in the 80s. Congratulations. I salute you, Joe Biden.
Gosh, I know, man. But it's the thing is, it's simple. We're not talking about like
this is the most simplest.
This isn't rocket science.
No, this is the simplest thing you could get for economics.
Yep. Raising interest rates is the way to do it. Yeah, they've raised it, but guess what? The price of good, the cost of living is still through the roof.
You got a housing bubble out there that's waiting just to burst. It'll be
I
worse
don't know.
in
Do you think it's?
2007,
It doesn't
2008.
seem like it's more of a bubble as it is just because of COVID. COVID really had an impact on the economy, big time.
Well, just wait. We'll probably start seeing some houses being foreclosed down here. Once you start seeing that happen.
Well,
There
if
it
it's
goes.
on their own, it's their own. It's people's own fault if they're going to get into adjustable rate mortgages.
100%.
If people haven't learned from, the mid 2000s that arms are not the way to go.
I don't think
Come
they
on,
care these
man.
days.
You
They
got
brought
to be
them back.
careful.
They brought back the adjustable rate mortgages. They just rebranded them. That's pretty much what they did.
It's stupid. You're stupid. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 2%. And then next year it's
Oh,
at 4%.
wonderful.
I can't afford it. See ya. I'm out. Yeah.
Deuces.
Aaron says, "What is the turning point where the nation becomes so polarized? Was it Obama that took it far left, or so?"
Oh, hey,
I
this
don't
is
know.
something you and I and Dana kind of touched on this the other night
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
a little bit.
I don't honestly. I don't know. Was it Obama took it too far? You know what it is? Honestly, it seems it's more rooted in our institutions of education.
That's what I was
Doesn't it
going
seem?
to say. That I was going to. Obviously, Obama did cause some division, and he.
And you know
caused
what?
a lot-
Politicians are going to do that. You're going to
But-
have people who want to have, make it their way. And
They're going to pander to their people and what so on and so forth. But I really do believe that became the school system was pushing all this woke, what have you, all this BS, and look what we have now. We have all these kids are now radicalized like some kind of weird zombie, man. I mean, you can have a conversation with these people.
yeah, it's, and I think that's kind of where it really started getting when the higher education started getting more
when
political
they,
rather than instructional. That's, I think, where we
when
really
they
started
start
losing.
when they start decrying people like Columbus for discovering America, it's like, okay, what? Excuse me, are we that stupid here? If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have that damn smartphone in your hands.
Yeah. Look, and you can, and it's easy. You can acknowledge both. Yes. Did Europe bring over, slavery? Did it get rid of people who were the indigenous people? It happened. Yes, it did.
Well, let me ask you a question. Has there been a population in history that has not been a slave?
Exactly. That's the issue. Every
So.
country has some sort of skeleton, and I shouldn't say skeleton, but they have a bad history that's associated with a good history. Okay. But one does not make another more important. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of take both of them. Yes, acknowledge. Yep. Back then, that was not the right way to do it. But look where we're at now.
Yeah. I mean,
that's how it should be. But people like to do, because people want to have an agenda. That's the problem. So you're going to cherry pick. You'll cherry pick certain parts of history to facilitate their narrative, if you will, instead of taking it in the whole picture. That's the issue.
Yeah, and there's still slavery today. How about
it's still slavery today?
There's over 250 million people in slavery right now. Where is he up in arms about that? Why are we so mad about it here? Why don't we help those people over there then?
It's like I said, it's a way.
Exactly. They're pushing their bullshit agenda, and
exactly, and it's a way to try to have power over people. It's a way to just
switch the way people.
It's kind of sick, to be honest with you.
It really is. If you could control the narrative in the dictionary, you win.
Yeah, and
that's the old Marxist theory right there. Actually, that is 100% Marxist theory.
Yeah.
No, they don't care about that crap. You're exactly right. They don't give a flying rat's ass. They care about is causing chaos. And that's one of the Marxist ideals.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. You're dividing a nation with these different issues that really don't pertain to what is happening today.
How dare us be successful, right? How dare us? It's so unfortunate, dude.
It is. There, let's get something a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about my poll that I put up there. Lee, man. Did I get my damn blood pressure up?
Oh, yeah. I can feel mine. I can kind of feel it right here. Just a little bit.
Where you're right in the middle. Yeah, exactly. I guess it's like, oh man, dude.
The worst part about it is, you and I and the guys in the chat, we know just how good this country used to be, and the current state really makes us all. I think we all agree, makes us fuck. I mean, I'm about to cuss there, but
everybody's pitted against everybody.
Yeah, man. What the frick, dude? I mean, there's no need. There's no need. What can we go back to being Americans, please?
Yeah. Something that we having something in common with, rather than looking at the differences. Let's look what we have in common, and maybe we could get somewhere.
Yeah, let's stop being hyphenated too.
God, dang. All right, here we go. Which American Civil War? I kind of went with the American Civil War again. What American Civil War battle had the biggest impact on the war? Now, this is totally subjective. You guys can pick whatever you want. It's all up to you.
There's no really wrong, but to professor, there's two professor. There's one right answer on this one.
Yeah,
but in our opinion, you wouldn't be wrong at picking any one if you want.
So at this time, we have. Oh, there it is. 11 votes.
I'm the guy that
we got none for the first Bull Run. 9% for Antietam, 9% for Chancellorsville, 45% for Gettysburg.
I get that answer, and I can see why people would say that.
And 36% for Vicksburg. All right, interesting. Very interesting. I kind of figured Gettysburg would get the most.
Yeah, it usually will. I think in any poll. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Yep.
But I think I'm the only one that chose Chancellorsville.
I think you might be.
I'm into speculation, man. I'm into speculation a little bit.
There we go.
Where's
this guy at? Okay, I don't know where Alex Peterson came from.
Oh, that's our Civil War guy.
Oh, is that your buddy?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Right on, man. So he goes, I think Vicksburg had the biggest impact because it severed the connection the South had to its western states. Also, as a huge logistical point with railroads and storage depots supplying the Southern armies. It rivals the taking of New Orleans and its impact in the outcome of the war. And I replied to him, I go, fantastic comment, Alex. Either you're a big American Civil War guy or you're great with Google. Again, nice job.
Yeah, he's a reenactor, man.
Oh, he's man. Is he busy right now?
Oh, he's probably working.
Gettysburg, yeah, they had a bunch of soldiers. I don't know as far as dead, I don't think it was 30,000. I could be wrong. I think there was 50,000 total casualties, right?
Yeah.
That takes in consideration dead, wounded, and missing. Yeah, I think that was like the total amount. Like I said, including dead, wounded, and missing.
That Pickett's charge, man. That Pickett's charge, dude, sending right to a meat grinder.
Now I voted for Vicksburg.
Yep.
For the very same reason, kind of what your buddy Alex said.
Yep.
What's up, Mo? Vicksburg was a huge point. And the thing is, it kind of gets a little bit overshadowed because there was another huge battle that happened at the exact same time when Vicksburg actually capitulated. Vicksburg actually started. Oh my God. I think it actually started. If you want to start from the beginning of the campaign, I think it started in December of 62 with numerous failed attempts in trying to take that city because of the location of it being on the Mississippi. It sat on the high ground. It was almost impossible to try to take on the landward side. So they tried to do whole bunch of different expeditions down Mississippi River, trying to get to the north of Vicksburg. Failed many times, but they actually got south of Vicksburg using the Mississippi River back in April, and able to get on the eastern side of the Mississippi. So they were on the same side as Vicksburg. And then after a few months of a campaign, it finally fell on July 4th of 1863, a day after Gettysburg fell. I shouldn't say fell. Day after the Gettysburg battle, which was ended in July 3rd. Right. But yes, as he stated very astutely, it severed. What you did is you basically severed the Confederacy in half right at the Mississippi, because to the west of Mississippi you had Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Yeah, you had those three. And those three states supplied a lot of the cattle, the sugar, and molasses that the Confederacy needed to sustain itself. So once you severed that, and not to mention New Orleans, because New Orleans had already fallen in 1862. That was their major port. So the Confederacy lost all that. And then once you lost that, it was only a matter of time before the South crumbled, because it gave a foothold for the Union to continue their march further south. So yeah,
right. And it also lost any support they'd ever get from the English.
Yep.
But I like Chancellorsville just because of the what if. What if Stonewall
Chancellorsville is pretty intense because that's a big what if, and the reason why the what if is because
it's a massive what if, right?
Yeah, it is because
like I told you in the text message, the real answer is Vicksburg, but the speculative answer,
yeah, because how would a Gettysburg turned out?
That's the main. But most historians say no impact.
No impact, exactly.
Because I can agree with that. I could see that.
Exactly. Even the mighty Stonewall Jackson wasn't going to dislodge the Union. There were two.
In fact, most historians said if he hadn't been killed at Chancellorsville, he would have been killed at Gettysburg.
It's Gettysburg, yeah, it's possible. But that was a huge blow for the Confederacy because they lost one of their best generals.
That was their guy, man. He was such a prolific figure to them.
He was. He was smart. He was aggressive. And
he was Stonewall. He was Stonewall Jackson, man.
He was Stonewall.
And he's still celebrated to this day, you know.
Yeah. And like I said, was that Stonewall? was that a dig at him? Or was that praising him? No one will ever know because the guy who did it was shot and killed in the first Bull Run. Yeah. Oh, I wish he caught the World War II. Hey, we're definitely going to get back into World War II.
Definitely.
Especially here pretty soon because I want to get more into the Battle of the Bulge. Hey, what's up, Moji? Thanks. Appreciate it. We're kind of going all over the place. That's kind of what we always do. We already covered kind of the Israeli ghost stuff going on. Covered a little bit on, what do you call it?
Ukraine and South China.
Ukraine, the presidential debate.
Okay, so they do show it on the map here, that big long corridor that these people went through to evacuate from the north.
Oh yeah, is that the corridor they're showing?
No, yeah, that yellow line there through the middle of Gaza.
It looks like just a road.
Some kind of weird word. It goes into Egypt.
I don't know. That is a little bit different.
But again, they're going to the south. They're not going to Egypt. So that tells you just how radical these people probably are.
Gaza City. That sounds like that's the focus. They're not going to worry about South Gaza so much because I think Hamas is in Gaza City proper. That's where everything is going. The JV debate.
The JV debate. Yeah. Oh my God, this country's screwed. Hopefully the ship gets righted in our lifetime, gentlemen.
You know, it's funny how you say that, Matthew. I'm reading what you're saying. I wish I caught it. He says, it's so interesting to me because I can't remember a time when that many borderline sickly evil people had so much power. And he goes on to say, Germany and Japan did crazy things in World War II. Yes. And it wasn't like Stalin was anything close to a saying either. Nope. That guy killed more innocent people than Hitler probably. And he was technically the good guy in World War II. Yeah. Good point. If you want to get into the big grand scheme of things, we could, because it's always fun to kind of talk about those. I mean, they kind of get the glory, the people down in the front line. Sometimes they kind of get overlooked, but getting into the big things of World War II. I mean, it's pretty nuts.
Stalin was, he was evil. He was,
and
I almost said something I want to get canceled for, but
when he's talking about, I can't remember a time that many borderline sickly evil people had so much power. Yeah.
Our side wasn't completely innocent either.
No.
We didn't
Nope.
bomb them.
We
just
did.
killed-
And not only that, we did intern them, took their property away. Talking about the
away their-
Japanese internment.
Took their businesses, took their way of
Took their
life.
businesses. Exactly. So there
and
was
don't
some.
forget, after the war, they still spent time in that camp after the war. They weren't just like, oh, by the way, the war's over now, you're released. No. They were still there for almost 6 more months.
Yeah. So our hands aren't clean either. Not
And
at
we
all.
also did the strategic bombing campaigns in Germany and in Japan. Did we experiment on people? No, we didn't do that part. So
No.
to our knowledge, who knows what they did? But yeah, World War II is an interesting piece of history.
Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. This is interesting.
What's that?
We're kind of in the middle of this. Wow. I shouldn't say we. I'm talking about NorCal Sports Network.
The NorCal Sports Network.
Check out what Baggerly said 17 minutes ago. Oversimplification, misguided, outright false. Or was there a scintilla of truth to the otherwise unsupported notion that the Giants pushed out Bruce Bochy? Farhan Zaidi responds. Interesting.
Unsupported.
You know who he's taking a shot at, right? I think he's kind of going after maybe Larry. I don't know, but yeah,
I think so. Yeah, Baggerly's got it out for Larry for whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Reason. I saw a post where he was calling him a racist and crap. I was like, "Are you serious, dude?"
Yeah, I didn't like that. Did not like that.
That rubbed me the wrong way. I wanted to go find a Baggerly, go punch him in the damn face.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. We were on NorCal. We said it. I'm telling you, it doesn't. Bochy is not going to come out. He's a class guy, right?
He'll never say what happened.
Exactly. And look, am I privy to any information? Nope. But I'm smart enough that I could kind of put things together to figure things out. First off, Bochy, if he just wanted to take a break, why wouldn't he just come out? People would have understood if he said, "Hey, I got health problems. I want to take a break."
Yeah,
people would go like, "Yeah, we get it. Yeah, no problem. But to sit there and to actually go on a retirement tour, when you go on a retirement tour, you're done, right? Is it right? There's no chance that you're coming back normally, right? So I don't know. Whatever.
Man, I tell you what, that money
Kings
ball
up by 1 with 23 seconds to go.
That money ball thing is the worst thing to happen to baseball, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, he retired. Yep. He didn't want to take a break. He retired.
Well, we're going to win this one, boys. We got
Who are they playing?
Portland Trailblazers. Personal thought. Yeah, we got this one, boys. I think I don't. It's still early to call it. There's still 13 seconds left, but we're at the foul line now. Okay, right on. Right, I'll get ready to get ready to light the damn beam. About time, man.
Nice.
Ooh, man, having our star player out has been hurting us. That's what's been.
Oh, I think we lost that feed. No, there it's back.
Oh, we did. No, you're right.
It's back.
But yeah, that man, I tell you what, I'm gonna have a hard time even watching the Giants this next year here because the well has been poisoned for me. I don't like this organization one freaking bit, dude. Top down.
I know.
Nothing
looks like Warriors lost too, huh? 108, 105.
Oh yeah, the shrunken head thing. I've seen a documentary on that stuff. That's interesting. I think I saw one on. I was either on. There's a couple of cool channels here. Maybe I'll share them with you guys. I'm subscribed to that have all kinds of cool stuff, all kinds of cool free history documentaries. Just one out.
All right. Let's see what we got.
This one is called Timeline. Yeah, this channel is really cool if you guys are into history documentaries. I just had one. What was one I watched recently? I watched one about World War One.
I was watching King and Generals. They had one on the Byzantine Navy.
Yeah, dude, that's still one of my favorite. Them and Invicta. Invicta and Kings and Generals are like one of my favorite go-tos.
They're talking about the Greek fire. That was some stuff right there, man. You
There
didn't
was
mess with the Greek fire.
There was a show back when the History Channel was still good where they tried to replicate the old technology, and one of them was Greek fire.
Oh, really?
And, and what they ended up making was actually freaking napalm. So these guys,
that's what it was.
Yeah, they were utilizing napalm back then.
Yeah, exactly. They
And
had
it's
to build
still
a fire underneath, and then they had a pump that they had to pump to pressurize it, and then they had to have a torch at the front so it could shoot it. But yeah, water wouldn't put it out. You had to use sand or dirt to put it out. You're out in the middle of the ocean.
There goes your boat, man. Have fun.
There goes your.
You're gonna go drown in the Adriatic Sea.
They said other nations started putting animal hides on the sides of their boats, so it kind of prevented a lot of that. Oh, Senior says Kings win.
Yeah, I just see it right now. Got the alert. Jeez.
But yeah, initially that Greek fire, there was nothing to do.
Oh, no,
what did they fought, though? Oh, my gosh. Oh, they would land Marines on other ships to take. Oh, man, you want to talk about some fighting. Woo.
I like if you study the Roman battles, how they conducted with the infantry, those guys, they would fight for about 30 seconds or so at the front line. They would blow a whistle or a horn. They would go back, and then the guy behind them would step up.
Come up. Yep.
And they would just keep doing it as a big old platoon.
Or the Greek, what do they call the what was the name of their basically their fighters?
Hoplites.
The hoplites, yeah.
With the little spears, the spears they had.
Yeah, they had smaller spears. The Romans had the big long ones.
They had the long spears, and they had the gladius. Dude, I tell you what, man, could you imagine being part of one of those fights?
That's worse than a Civil War. I would think the Civil War is bad, but facing off someone with a freaking spear.
You got someone trying to cleave your head in with the damn axe.
And then they figured out a way because the Romans, they used the right hand for the spear, so they would leave their left open, so they would stick you from the left.
Yeah.
That's how they created the formations. I mean, it's just like, man, dude.
That is some of the most brutal combat, man. I mean, Jesus. I mean, that's what could be more brutal than that, other than, I don't know, fisticuffs, old school. I don't know. I like Mark talking some smack.
Yeah. You settle down. Yeah,
hey, man,
it's weird. If you listen to that interview with Sabian, he didn't seem too happy with the organization. So I don't know. I guess we could, a little more clarity would be nice. I agree. But from what he said, he didn't seem too happy about the organization.
He spent a good part of his life in an organization. I could see where he would feel that way and feel disappointed about it. I mean, the funny
like he was ignored. His input wasn't valued. That's what it sounded like to me.
And you could tell he still has passion for the organization overall. He's just disappointed in the entire thing. It makes you feel awful to hear that from a guy that like him,
especially the guy who brought you 3 World Series championship, the first one at San Francisco. I mean, it seems something's weird going on in that organization, and it's not good. I mean, look, did you see the report? I think I sent it. I don't know if I sent it to you. Steve Cohen is investing like, what was it, $8 billion in the 50 acres of territory around City Park to make it, with bars and restaurants and hotel, make it a fan experience for Mets fans. Yeah, you see the Giants doing no. All the Giants, they're just doing apartments. They're not doing anything for the fan experience. It's just you can see this the different direction at some of these organizations. I think St. Louis, don't they have a huge complex on the outside of the stadium where for fan enjoyment? I think the Cubs do too, don't they? There's a few organizations.
Some of these organizations even have one of those little mini ballparks the kids go play in and stuff like that. Make it a whole family thing. Oh no! Don't do that, Giants. Let's go be about selfies over there.
It's crazy.
I'm at the Cubby Cove, guys. Look at me, cool. I'm gonna go post on Facebook now. They're after the tourist fan, not after the real fans. Oh
well, there you go. That's typical of this organization. Larry Barry said Mission Rock was going to be like Wrigleyville back in 2015. Yeah, it turned out to be a lie. Exactly.
Yeah, they built apartments there. I remember in 2014, they turned that parking lot into an apartment complex, part of it.
Look at Senior. I wrapped my flagpole in purple lights today. That's funny.
That's awesome.
That's funny. Look at this guy. He is all in on the Kings. That's pretty cool.
How about it? Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, when I was in high school, man, they were really good. They were really good, and then they were crap for the next 16 years.
Yeah.
But anyways, let me go look at this.
What do we got here? Refreshing live UA. Nothing there. Yeah, the Giants are a good bait and switch. They're just. Phew.
Oh, good documentary series on Netflix right now called Spy Ops. I finished 2 episodes so far. One of them was about the CIA response to 9/11. I thought that was interesting. And they actually have retired CIA. One of the retired deputy chiefs was given an interview about how they developed a team to go in and negotiate. But to know the kind of more details of the insides of it, how the CIA kind of operates and works. They had a guy that was so that when they went in after 9/11, the day that 9/11 happened, they already picked a team to go into Afghanistan. And one of the guys they picked was actually a Vietnam veteran. He was an old boy, and he was their medic.
Wow.
Yeah, he was an old gray hair man, but he was their medic.
That's crazy. Hold on one second.
Yeah. Oh yeah, The Outpost is good. I love that one. That's the Battle of Cam Dash. I believe on Netflix too is the 13 Hours show as well. If you guys haven't seen that, I highly recommend that one. That'll piss you off no end, but it gives you kind of insight, kind of how this regime works with the CIA, so to speak. I always find the CIA fascinating. They're always around in the background. They kind of do their own thing. I don't know. It's kind of a spooky little world to me, especially when you find out there's part of so many things like Barry Seal and stuff like that. You could go down that rabbit hole all day long. They've been a part of so much, man. Pablo Escobar. I mean, the list. Hell, even El Chapo. They were helping out El Chapo at the same time they were helping out Noriega back in the 80s. Oh, which is part of the Spy Ops show. They also talk about the Noriega thing, how they found him after they invaded and whatnot. That was pretty cool, too. I think that was like the 2nd episode.
All right, I'm back.
Here we go. We was talking about Netflix. Good stuff on there right now, man.
Netflix. We had it for a while, then we got rid of it. So,
you want to use mine? I'll give you my log if you want.
No, that's cool. Appreciate it, though.
Got no problem with that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's serial killer stuff, man. Yeah.
What the heck is this? I saw the documentary. It looked like the person they turned into a paper was still staring at you. They wanted to be able to look at their victims in the face for it. That is weird.
Yeah, they were doing some weird experiments out there. Oh, SEAL Team 6. So,
what is this? What is your thoughts on SEAL Team 6 and how some have come out publicly saying they personally killed bin Laden and subsequently making money off books?
So I back in the day, not anymore, not recently. I think these guys have kind of gone away. There was a couple of I kind of followed a couple of groups that were special operations personnel. Some of them were actually Navy SEALs, and some of them were mostly special forces guys. But they did not like the fact that they spilled their guts. That was kind of the general consensus of the community. These guys weren't bullshitters either. These were real deal, verified special operations dudes. In fact, I actually sent Eric, I think I sent you a link about these guys one time in Quiet Professional Forum.
Oh, yeah.
No, most of those guys there are special forces soldiers. They did not like the fact that they were spilling their guts about stuff like that. And if you notice too, you don't really see the special forces guys have books or TV shows. The state Navy SEALs, they got a whole sitcom about them. I don't know why that is. I'm not sure why that is. Different kind of
Yeah, what
personality.
is it about that? Because I noticed you got all these guys. Who's that one guy that wrote a book recently? Jocko, right?
Yeah, why is he
Wasn't
still
he
in
a
this?
wasn't he a SEAL?
Yeah, he was an 05 too. At that, he was commander or something.
And then what's his name? The guy who shot Bin Laden. What's his name?
Yeah, he came out and wrote a whole book. Something Owen.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He came out and wrote that book. Yeah, here's what we did. Like, come on, man, shut your mouth about that stuff. Just let it.
I found that a little bit a little bit odd too.
Why do you have to talk about it? What's the point here? O'Neill.
Yeah.
O'Neill. There it is.
O'Neill, that was the guy.
That dude, yeah. Yeah, I don't understand.
I'm not, questioning their patriotism or whatever, but in something like that, it's not about you. It's about, what the nation is able to do. You just happen to be the instrument of the nation.
Well, here's the thing too. If you have a secret clearance or a top secret clearance, there is a waiting period. You can talk about the stuff after the waiting period. I believe it's 20 years.
Usually it's like 20 or 50 years or something like that. Yeah.
20 years you can speak about it. Why all of a sudden you just go out there and start shooting your mouth off the cuff like that?
Money,
money, probably. Or if you want to go on the conspiracy side, did we actually shoot the guy? I mean, does he even exist? I mean,
Yeah, it makes you
question. Now you're feeling that fire on top of everything.
Yep.
So
I like what's his name? I always forget his name. The guy who wrote The Lone Survivor. I got his book right over here.
Oh, Marcus Luttrell.
Yeah, Luttrell. Now he didn't seem to be.
I like this. No,
because it was a personal story of what happened with him specifically in Afghanistan. Yeah,
and he didn't just give you the story, but he also told you what happened to him when he came home.
Right.
He had his own. I'm surprised. I mean, he almost offed himself. I mean, he was going through so much crap. I mean, he was dealing with so many demons. The guy came home, fell into a bottle, and pretty much lost everything.
Yeah.
I can admire that kind of a story, how he got through all that. But go out there and spill your guts. I'm the guy that shot Osama. And so, come on, man. We don't. Maybe in 20 years from now.
A little bit too much chest pumping, right?
Exactly. That's it's got to leave you with a bad taste in your mouth. What happened to the quiet professional? What happened to the quiet warrior? You do your deed, you did your job, and move on.
Exactly.
You don't see these guys at Medal of Honors puffing their chest out. The last thing they do, in fact.
That's pretty damn disgusting right there.
Oh, have you seen the Medal of Honor museum they got underway?
Oh, they built one, right? They just built one recently.
Yeah, it looks freaking beautiful, man. Medal of Honor Society Museum.
Yes, I'm gonna have to. Wait, where's that? Washington, I'm sure, right?
I believe so. Yes, go there and be humbled. Could you imagine? I couldn't imagine what that.
I couldn't imagine because they're gonna have
all to be standing there with all those exhibits and stuff of just heroism.
Yep.
Make you feel real small, man. Jesus.
You see, real quick, the Israelis are moving along the coast now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can see the occupation area where they're at.
Wonder what's out there for them. I'm not sure. Hamas.
They're trying to encircle Gaza City. See, they got nowhere to go now.
Let's check out this flight radar. Yeah, buried at sea, Aaron.
Yep.
Buried at sea.
Supposedly, allegedly, whatever you want to. I get the meaning behind it. You don't want to make him a martyr.
Yeah, but they should have. Personal opinion, man, to put that one to bed, they should have just said, "Here he is, guys." Boom.
They should have taken photos. Maybe there is photos out there. I don't know.
Well, supposedly there is.
Well, there you go.
At least have been released.
He's pretty. Bin Laden was pretty unique looking.
Oh yeah, and how many 6'6" Middle Eastern people have you seen in your life?
Yeah, true.
I don't think I've ever seen.
He was extremely tall.
Every one of them that I've seen has been shorter than me. I'm only average height, man. Ooh, Space Force. That's a good one for you, Eric.
Oh, the Space Force. I don't know.
Isn't it kind of redundant?
Yeah, it does. It does seem redundant. I kind of didn't understand that
Because
creating a new branch.
you guys already have Space Command,
Yeah, there's a Space Command within the Air Force.
right?
Oh, that fell into Space Force. So
Cool story. I had an E7 in my unit who has one of those Space Command badges. He's one of the only people that I've ever seen that have one in the Army, at least. Have a
really?
Space Command badge. It's pretty cool. That looks like a big. It's got a star and it's got these little wings attached to it. It's a big badge, probably about that big.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Now the thing is, they're already there, so it's not like it's a whole brand new. I mean, yeah, it's a new branch, but it's not. It's nothing new. It's already existed. It's just they're calling it a new name.
Yeah.
You know, they were part of the Air Force, and now they're called part of Space Force.
But have you ever seen like a recruiting station for Space Force though?
Nope.
I think you have to go to the Air Force to apply.
If I'm not mistaken, and I don't know when it was supposed to happen, it was still supposed to be under the direction of the Air Force for a certain amount of time.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't seen a Space Force recruiter.
I haven't seen the commercials either. I want to be a Space Marine. Do some Halo stuff, man. That'd be cool.
I understand space is it's a unique area of responsibility, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, how was that outside the realm of what the Air Force can handle? Like, why where's the need? You know, that's what I'm
right.
You know, it's like,
right. I don't know.
You know,
it seemed a little bit weird, but okay.
I remember when they first announced that Cyber Defense Command in 2016.
Oh, Cyber Defense Command. Yeah.
I was like, wait a second. It's 2016, and we just now have one of these? What the hell? And they created a whole new MOS called Cyber Defense. I think it was called 25 Delta or something like that was the MOS for it. They were like, hey, you want to apply for that? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, when I first heard the Space Force, I thought it was a little bit weird. Didn't quite understand, but
Space Force.
Space Force.
Oh, that reminds me. Hey, so I got a funny story about kind of something like that. So I was at Fort Sam Houston. Everybody, every medic gets trained at Fort Sam Houston. You got the combat medics, you got the Air Force guys, and you have the Navy guys. And so we had this every so often they have like a competition between all three branches on the base. And I was sitting there, we were watching flag football or something. And one of the Air Force guys is like, hey, what is your job? I'm like, well, I'm a combat medic. I'm like, what are you? And he goes, I'm an aerospace medical technician. And I was like, holy shit. Like, do you go on a shuttle?
It sounds fancy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, do you go on a shuttle or something, man? He goes, no, I'm just I'll be with the pilots and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
You know what's funny is my career field, I was a ground equipment mechanic, but we were called aerospace ground mechanics.
See, that's fancy.
Yeah, you see, it sounds like we're working on the space shuttle or some shit, right? No, it's just ground equipment for the aircraft. That's what it was. But that's what they called it. Aerospace Age is the acronym for it. We were age mechanics.
Aerospace medical technician. I was like, that's kind of a badass term, man.
But here, what do you call? And one thing I don't understand: what do you call members of space? Like with the Air Force, you're an airman. Marines, you're a Marine. Army, you're a soldier. Navy, you're a sailor. What are you as a Space Force member?
Spaceman.
A spaceman. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. It sounds so made up. It sounds so made up, man. Like, what are we doing here? Oh god.
Let's see. Goes. Oh, how did I? Yep.
Oh yeah, we got to go. Yeah, if you watch NorCal Sports Network, the last.
You needed to go watch Matthew. You need to go watch that. Not the most recent live, but the one before that. We talk about Dan does not like the Air Force. He had a 15-game parlay that week. Was it last weekend? And the game that screwed it for him was the Air Force and Army game. Yeah. Oh, he was so pissed.
Yeah, he got us on a 3-win phone call. It was me, Eric, and him.
Yeah, that was great.
That was the best part of that phone call though was how do you spell Ingram? It's with an I. I just picked them up.
That was so good. Oh my god, that was so
He
funny.
didn't do shit.
It's funny. I'm sitting here on this computer, right? And you guys are going, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up Ingram." He's like, "Oh yeah, Ingram might be a good because he's the what was it? The other guy from Arizona isn't gonna go or something."
Yeah.
So yeah, you might want to pick him up. So I'm like, So I start typing it up. I was like, I can't find him, and then I was like, you spell that with an Ingram with an E or an I? You go an I. I was like, okay. There he is, and I go pick it up. And then I can't remember what happened.
Danny goes,
I just picked him up.
What did you do that for? Did you even know who he is? Oh, that was great.
Because I was getting rid of Bobo because at that point I already knew Metcalf was going to go.
Right.
He didn't do shit, but he went anyways. And so yeah, I dropped Bobo and picked him up.
That was awesome. And then you traded for Roschon Johnson.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Oh my God. That goes down as
that shit was
legendary. Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Dan's still pissed off that he traded Jonathan Taylor. He is pissed.
Well, I can imagine, man. I would be too. It'll be interesting to see
I want that
does,
job,
though.
spaceman. Could you imagine? I'm a spaceman.
I'm a spaceman. I could barely call myself a damn soldier.
MF saying Farhan is meeting with Scart Boras this week.
MF, is this MF speaking or is this Trent Baalke?
Well, that's MF. I'm sure Scott Boras will talk to everybody, of course. So, yeah, I like. Did you see Larry's tweet?
Oh, I saw one that was a good one.
He said something to the fact that he's like, if anyone knows the Giants, and I do, they're going to sell you all this, hey, we're going to get Cody Bellinger, you're going to get Juan Soto, Mike Trout. He's like, in reality, you're going to get Trent Grisham. You heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
That was great.
And he's not wrong. That's fine.
He's not wrong.
And
look, until Farhan does something different, I ain't going to believe it.
Well, that Moneyball thing is all about retreads. It's all about saving money and retreads. I mean, so yeah, it makes 100% sense that we'd go out there and grab an old dude. I mean, how old is Grisham? He's about my age, isn't he?
Yeah.
You want a center fielder that's that old? I mean, come on.
And
now.
Again, it's a typical Farhan move if he does. But I talked about this on NorCal. The Giants have already spent over $160 million on this roster.
Who?
Exactly.
Who's worth
You're
that
telling
much
me
money
you can only spend $70 million until you hit the cap? Really? You got no superstar on that damn team? Not one? Well, I guess you could call Logan Webb. Yeah, okay.
I'm
talking about position players. Who's a superstar on the Giants? Nobody. On the position player.
Well, yeah, better question. Whose jersey are you going to wear? You ain't going to wear Jock's jersey. You ain't going to wear freaking Conforto's jersey. Crawford.
And he ain't going to get traded because I heard it on KMBR. They're going to have an interview with him and everything. So he's here to stay. And then you spend $10 million on a bad leg Cobb.
What the hell since?
Yeah, you tell me.
What did they see? The same thing happened to Lincecum, and he was younger when it happened.
Exactly.
He was younger.
Lincecum was younger, had a hip surgery. I don't know if it's the same surgery that he's having. It may be.
But
this guy's 35 years old. Right. I think it's his drive leg. He's not going to have the same stuff.
The only reason why the freak will never be in the Hall of Fame is because of the hip thing.
Yep.
You know, I don't get it. You got a 35-year-old dude going on 36 years old. He's got,
and you pay him $10 million. Like I said, it's right up there with paying Jock $20 million almost.
Yeah, hitting 200. There you go. Oh, he's only 27. Never mind. I'm quite a bit older than that.
I don't know if you guys know. I don't know. iTalk Studios.
I wish I was
a ton of subscriber. Hum Baby. Yeah, Hum Baby's got a good stuff. I like him.
I like him
predicted
too.
Giants to sign Ohtani. It's not. Giants are not going to sign Ohtani. It's not going to happen. No way.
No, it would make. It would be.
There's no way.
Decision.
How can you? What's the for what purpose? So he could just walk all the time?
Yeah, he could beat Barry Bonds' record. That's what he wants to do, right? He just want to hit home runs.
He's gonna. Oh, did you hear what team is pursuing him the strongest?
I want to be the Dodgers.
The Cubs. That came out. I can't remember. It was a baseball writer, but yeah, he came out and said, "Oh, hold on. Oh, I don't have it." He came out. I think was it Morrissey? I can't remember who it was, but they said that the Cubs are going to be the most aggressive in trying to get Ohtani.
Now,
and I was like, it makes sense because you just spent $8 million a year for counsel, so you're going out there to do some big things.
Well, here, throw this one for a loop here for a sec. So let's say the Mets do get Yamamoto. Now you got Senga and Yamamoto on that team.
Oh, they're going to be tough.
Hey, why not, Ohtani? Those are your kin too. Those are your.
He's saying Red Sox. Senior's saying Red Sox. Are you not feeling good about the Yankees anymore? I still think it's the Dodgers, but
I do too. I think he likes Los Angeles. I don't think he wants to move out of that area.
Maybe not. I'm thinking my dark horse is Arizona. You're still close to the West Coast.
I was thinking that too.
You're still close to the West Coast. You got a young team who went to the World Series, who got they got the means to sustain this for a while.
I got a couple of dark horses. I don't know if one of them was actually a dark horse, but I think the Rangers could be in the mix. Why not?
Rangers, why not?
Not try to build upon this thing? Why not create another dynasty?
They're the same. Exactly.
And Bochy said himself, I got a few more years in there.
Yeah. He's got 2 more years on his contract. It's possible he wins another one. There's no doubt about that. He probably could win another one with that team that he has. They're fantastic.
The only thing that'll happen with the Giants and Ohtani will use it for leverage. Yeah, I got to offer $300 million or $500 some odd million with the Giants. What can you guys do?
Again, I understand that money talks, but come on. If he's looking at what this organization is doing, why would he want to come here? We're nowhere close. Ohtani is. Do you honestly think that Ohtani is going to make a difference for the current team as it's constructed? No way.
He wouldn't be able to. And to keep in mind too, for selfish reasons alone, you got a guy who could possibly be the top 5 of all time. Why?
Yeah.
He's going to go wipe his butt with his talent?
What do we got here?
Yeah. See,
Mark says, the Giants want to sign Ohtani, but he gets to choose where he wants to go. Exactly. He only comes here if the Giants sign both Japanese players and go and get Ohtani. Maybe. MF is saying this. He's saying, I would think that the Giants are a natural fit, said one agent at the GM meetings. Adding they're not alone. The Rangers seem built to last. The Dodgers have to be in that conversation. We've got a good amount of payroll flexibility. So anybody that we can be an impact player for us, even on a long-term deal, we're going to be looking at that. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Okay. MF, did he say that last year? Is this a last year quote? Or is that a this year quote? Explain, please. Let me know.
Yeah, I like that part.
Because if it's this year, I'm going to go off.
Even on a long-term deal.
John say today, you know what? This is what I'm talking about with freaking Farhan. We've got a good amount of payroll flexibility. Really?
$100 million was already taken off the table for who?
Over. You almost got $170 million on the books.
For who?
Come on. We got a good amount of. He said that last year. He said the same exact thing last year. We got a good amount of flexibility. And what did they come away with?
Jack and shit.
Conforto, Stripling, Manaea, and Taylor.
Jack and shit, exactly.
God, this is what I'm talking about. It's always like this. I'm tired of hearing this, man.
Their big move at the trade deadline, AJ Pollock, and then they freaking get rid of
Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Everything he says it's full of shit. I'm tired of hearing it. As a Giants fan, I'm tired of hearing it. Just shut the hell up. Don't
This
say you
guy-
have a good amount of payroll flexibility.
He's
Say, oh
working
yeah,
with
we're
used car salesmen.
looking. We'll whatever it is, we're gonna do our homework. Whatever. Don't come out and say that shit. We heard it last year, just like how we heard we're gonna be more athletic. We're gonna get young.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got young and athletic, and you did with them last year. You freaking platooned them the whole damn year.
Here's the thing.
You wasted a year of development.
Dude, I have more respect for a used car salesman because at least I know I'm going to be lied to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You shouldn't be getting lied to by the president of your organization who's supposed to.
Gosh.
What happened to us, the fans? What happened to the good team? What happened? Whatever. I mean, I guess they don't want a legacy. I guess let's wipe our ass with the Giants' legacy. One of the most winningest team in all of sports history. Not baseball. The most winningest team of all recorded sports history in the freaking world.
And think about this. Oh my God, dude!
It's the most frustrating thing on the planet, dude.
Yeah,
it
just absolutely makes
you have a freaking owner come out and says, "Hey, as long as we stay within above 500, I'm okay with that. As long as we stay within the margins, I'm cool."
And then again, how in the world can this team market itself? Hey, you know what? Come join the Giants. We'll be 4th place in the NL West because that's where they're at. That's where they're going to be battling.
Hey, buy
because
your
the Dodgers,
tickets to that new
Padres,
bobblehead.
and even though the Padres had a down year, they're probably going to come back in Arizona.
It's ridiculous, dude.
It's
you're wiping your butt with the franchise. I wish I had the money to do that, but
God, he said this. He says this all the damn time, and he just turns out to be a damn liar every time. But he gets a freaking 3-year extension. What has he done? What has he done to deserve a 3-year extension? Let's just take the body of work for the first 5 years. You had 2021. Everyone understands it's an outlier. It was a miracle. It was whatever you want to, insert, adjective here. It wasn't because of Farhan. Because all the other 4 years, you're either at or below 500.
I mean, look at that quote that MF put up, man. I mean, like, there goes your hopes of getting that guy. You're gonna have a team with a much bigger payroll coming in and coming out from underneath you. Congratulations.
Hopefully, we could get a deal done, having him in a big league camp and having him an opportunity to make our team. What does that even mean?
Why even say
giving him an opportunity to make our? What do you mean an opportunity to make? If you're going to spend $200+ million on a player, you're giving him an opportunity to make the. Last I saw, you signed someone for that much money. They're on the damn team. What are you talking about, Farhan?
We're going to give him the opportunity.
What are you talking about? We're going to give him $250 million, and he's going to have an opportunity to make the team. Get the hell out of here, man.
Tell Farhan, what's his competition on the team?
Get out of here, you stupid ass. Oh, he's not talking about Yamamoto. Or is he? Hold on. Is he talking about, or is he referring to the other guy? Maybe he's talking, okay, hold on. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I think Farhan is talking about the other guy.
Dude, exactly, crap sandwich.
I think Farhan's talking about Sugo, whatever they are. Sugo. Okay.
Well, even then, don't go out there and telegraph your freaking moves.
He's already done that.
Dumbass. And you already told his agent that you want him and he's won. That's not good. That's not negotiating.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, he's not. He's once you see all these other teams are getting involved, you got all the other teams, I think, that are involved, if I'm not mistaken, they're all contenders. The only team I think that's not is the Giants. The Giants are not contenders right now. They're not.
No, nor will we be for some time, it seems like.
And it's going to be interesting because if there's any trades involved, I'm going to be interested to see who's involved in these trades.
Well, that's not too bad of a quote there. I guess stomach that one would go better.
Yeah, about the Asian players.
Yeah, that's a little general.
Maybe there's some marginal Asian players that Farhan could go sign.
Yeah, let's go find someone from the from Bumfuckistan or something. I don't know.
Oh, what is that? I don't want to hear him talking about evaluating players.
What?
Oh my god!
Obviously, when you can't evaluate these nuts. Ooh, that was a big
Giants
blow.
have struck out on so many the Asian players over the last few years. What did they struck out on? First on Ohtani, then they struck out on Seiya Suzuki, then they struck out on what's his name, Singa. They constantly strike out every time.
How were you able not to sell someone on the Giants?
And here's the thing:
Ohtani didn't. Player.
Ohtani could have came here when we still had Posey and Crawford a little bit, with still playing well, Belt still playing well. You had Webb coming up at that time, I think. I mean, goodness, you could have had a hell of a. I mean, that was a quote unquote marketable team to get a free agent, and he still decided not to come to the Giants. So now, look at the state of the Giants now. Which it's even worse than it was trying to get Ohtani, and you think you're going to get a Yamamoto? Give me a break.
So that tells you right there, it's a Farhan problem.
It's exactly because he's the one that's created this. 5 years.
They don't want
5 years of this in this organization. He could have. I've said this a million times. He could have incrementally made this team better, and he hasn't done any of that. He hasn't done any incremental moves at all. It's always been plugging a guy here, plugging a guy there.
I mean, the best moves they've done in the past few years was Gossman and Bryant, and that's about it.
Yeah, and they let Gossman go.
They let Gossman go. Look what he's at. He's going to get he might get a Cy Young award this year.
Yeah, he might. He might.
You just let him walk.
Yeah, exactly. And
let that guy walk.
For cheap. For now, like I said, today's deal or today's blockbuster is tomorrow's bargain. That's the way it is in baseball. But for the game of baseball, the way it's currently being constructed, you got to spend an ungodly amount of money if you want talent. Yep. Yeah, but in return, sometimes it always works. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But at least you're trying. You're going to bring that much more money back because you're fielding a team that whether you're having success in the actual game of baseball or you're exciting the fan base. Hopefully it's both. That's what happens. But when you work the way that Farhan works, all you're doing is destroying the fan base in both the excitement and being able to compete.
Yeah, I get that they still get a large tourist group that goes there, and gives them their money, but what makes you even more money? A winning freaking team.
What the hell is even this mean? He's very comfortable in San Francisco talking about Conforto. He liked it. The spring training site, the whole thing.
Oh, bullshit.
What the hell is that?
Nobody's going to pay Conforto what he wanted. That's why you opted in. That's the real.
Exactly. And you're going to say he likes the spring training site?
No, like the spring training. My ass.
But that's what we get when Farhan does these stupid opt-outs.
Man, we have dude.
I agree. I agree, Senior. We don't need, because all it is, it's going to be Longoria all over again.
Yeah.
And he's going to get more. He's probably going to get like 5 years, probably.
The People's Republic of San Francisco Giants is what they are right now, man. They are the old USSR spouting out a bunch of bullshit and lies. It's terrible, man. What other precedent is there for this? I can't think of any.
I could see it now. Matt Chapman at third, Joey Votto at first, Wade Miley as a starting pitcher. There you go. There's your freaking three guys.
And Anderson probably at shortstop.
Maybe Tim Anderson, who's washed up.
2 home runs all last year. Adios. No, he loves those retreads, man.
Yes, he does.
Going back to his no commenting on free agent. He's already talked so much. Why break precedent?
Exactly.
Why break precedent?
Exactly.
Ooh. Some more booms.
Yeah, I'm hearing some booms. Sounds like it's behind.
I'll share the link one more time before we give the to deuces. 1 second.
Oh my God. He goes, Eric, what would you do if you were stuck in a room with Farhan for 96 hours? You had to listen to him, but you couldn't talk. And he talked about how great he and the Giants, and oh my God. Man, that's like torture, man.
Yeah. Here's that could be Sear School.
I know, right? If you could survive that, you could go be special forces somewhere. No,
It's like that. It's like that. Well, planes, trains, and automobiles. Where he's talking about Bill Griffith.
I think I'll throw something at him. If there's something within throwing distance, I'll definitely throw something at him. Oh my God! Topic for Saturday. Gonna definitely be Veterans Day stuff. So yeah, because Saturday's Veterans Day.
What would you guys? What do you guys have in mind about that?
Yeah, I'll take some. What do you call it? Requests, if you will. Hi, talk about individual guys. You had a good idea talking about Medal of Honor recipients.
Those are always
get into that.
fascinating.
Yep, maybe we'll do that. But yeah, definitely honor our veterans on Veteran Day. Absolutely.
Another good one would be the units who won the presidential unit citations.
Oh yeah, I even talked about the different units or regiments that we could get into. Yeah.
And I don't know if people know that, but if you got a PUC, that's like the equivalent of everybody in the unit getting like a Distinguished Service Cross.
Oh yeah, presidential unit citation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe get into regiments. I'll have to think about that one.
The old
I have to put together a nice thumbnail as well. All right, guys. Hey, thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. Man.
Right on, Mark.
Appreciate that.
It was an honor and a privilege.
Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Thanks. Go for it. What were you saying?
Oh, I said I was voting up with you. I appreciate everybody coming and chatting with us.
Absolutely. Next time we'll be on Saturday night sometime. I think Dan says he was going to go on, so I'll see. I know that we have time difference now because he's him and Los are an hour ahead now.
Yeah.
Hey, you too, Mo.
Later, Mo.
And so we may finish a little bit earlier. So, but yeah, we'll be on Saturday night for sure. Maybe I'll do because then I could promote it on Dan's channel right before I go on. So get a few more people coming in for Veterans Day. Absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
But thanks for joining. Thanks for interacting. It's always fun to interact with the chat. Answer questions when we can. Try to answer them the best we can. Sometimes you can't answer them, but hey, we all got opinions. That's what's great about the country, right?
100%.
You share their ideas, and that's what it's about. May not always agree, so
nor should we.
Exactly. Everyone has their own opinion. Absolutely. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Make sure you check out NorCal Sports Network on Saturday. I think Dan said he was going to go Saturday, so we'll have something on that. Get ready for the 49ers. Probably get into some more baseball stuff. If anything breaks with baseball, Dan says I could come on and we could talk about it, but I'll get with him, of course. If he feels up to it, we could talk about it, depending how big the news will be. I don't expect anything big this week. Where it's going to get really crazy is when the winter meetings, and was it that first or second week of December? That's when there's a lot of stuff that has the potential of breaking. And then from that point all the way until the beginning of spring training, anything could be announced if any of the big guys haven't signed. So, but yeah, check out NorCal Sports Network, possibly on Saturday. Definitely me on Saturday. So until then, thanks, Will. Appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you.
Later, dude. Peace.